So, what are the ingredients for our recipe today?
Okay, so we're going to be making our homemade cranberry sauce. So of course the first thing that you're going to want is fresh cranberries that you can find in the produce section. They might look like a bag like this, or you might find them in a different style of bag, but usually they're sold by the bag. This is 12 ounces and you will need 2 packages of cranberries. And our other ingredients, we are going to have brown sugar, white sugar, some orange juice, some brandy, golden raisins, and ground ginger, that's a ginger powder, and ground cinnamon. So first, we're going to start by washing our cranberries. So I'm going to take them over here, and I'm going to find my scissors and open my bag. I love my kitchen shears. I know you're going over vocabulary in class today, so these are kitchen shears, also known as scissors, but in the kitchen we call them shears. So first step, you want to wash your fresh cranberries. This is what the cranberries look like when they're fresh. They're very hard. You wash them, rinse them, and I'm going to strain them, let the water out. And maybe you went over this vocabulary word, but the bowl with the holes in it is called a colander. So now I have my 2 cups of fresh cranberries, 2 packages of fresh cranberries. Actually, I believe it's 6 cups of cranberries. Okay, so what we are going to do is begin with the first 6 ingredients, and the first ingredient is orange juice. And as you can see, I have fresh orange, and you could also use packaged orange juice. The flavor of fresh is very good. Sometimes I even split it, half packaged juice and half fresh squeezed orange juice. So I just use my squeezer like that and measure.
And we have exactly 2 cups of orange juice, right?
Exactly 2 cups of orange juice, and I use my liquid measuring cup for that. This is called a liquid measuring cup. So 2 cups of orange juice, and I believe the next ingredient is 1 cup of golden raisins. Now, golden raisins are the yellow raisins. If you can't find golden raisins at your grocery store, usually they have them in a box or a bag. If you can't find golden, yellow raisins are fine also. And I measured 1 cup of golden raisins. Start up my flame to get that boiling. Next, we have a half a cup of plain white sugar. That's just your regular basic granulated sugar. I use a dry measuring cup to measure sugar. And 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Brown sugar usually comes in a bag or a box. And when we measure brown sugar, we pack it to fit into the dry measuring cup. So this is called, you'll see in a recipe, it's called packed brown sugar. You can take your clean hand or a spoon and press it down, and it's so firmly in there that even when you turn it upside down, it doesn't really come out. So that's called packed brown sugar, and you get a good measure when you push it down into the cup. So put that in. And lastly, let's see, we have a half a cup of brandy, so the good stuff. And I will measure that in my liquid measure cup. Half a cup, right to the line.
Brandy, yeah, okay.
Brandy
goes right in there, right?
Goes right in there. You can see everything's mixing in there. I'll get a wooden spoon, give it a little stir. And we also have some fresh lemon juice, which will go in next. And we need 3 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. So I've squeezed a bit there, and I'll squeeze a bit more. Like that. And then I'm going to use my tablespoon measure. In the United States, we use spoons and cup measure. So this size is a tablespoon, and I want 3 tablespoons.
1, 2, and 3. So it's about like the whole lemon, right? The juice of a whole lemon.
Yep, pretty much, because
Yeah.
it's all gone now.
Yeah.
So about the juice of 1 lemon. Thank you. That's a good point.
And then stir it
And then
again.
give it a stir, and I'm going to let this come to a boil.
Mhm. Okay. So we brought our mixture to boil, and then we reduced the heat and spent 10-15 minutes simmering. So as you can see, the mixture is simmering, so the bubbles are not so big, because when it boils, it's really like, you know, aggressive, like big bubbles and stuff. And we reduced the heat to like a low heat, and then it's like little bubbles only. And it's been 10 minutes since the mixture has been simmering. So now we add our cranberries. We washed, and we also need to add some spices, cinnamon and ginger to this. So we just basically dump the berries, but be careful because the mixture is simmering and it's quite hot. So just okay. Lost one. And when we add our spices, we need half of a cup or half of a teaspoon of powdered ginger. It's like it's a dry ginger that's been powdered, I believe, so it's not the fresh ginger. We need only half of the teaspoon of it. Okay. And now you can hear like the berries start to pop because of the heat. And we need 1/4 of the teaspoon of cinnamon. You can already. Oh, I might maybe just kind of use this. No, I'm going. Okay. Let's try to.
Perfect.
Okay. And we need to stir everything together. And you might hear the sound of popping berries. And it will take about like 10-15 minutes for all the berries to pop. You know, like the hot air balloon, like it pops. And while we're waiting, we'll set up a timer to 15 to 12 minutes. I will set at 15 just to check on them, and then maybe to add 5 more minutes if not all the berries are popped. So, and yeah, here we go to the next step. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes since our berries have been boiling, so simmering, I'm sorry. Now you can see the texture. Almost all the berries are popped, and you can see the raisins here and berries and little bubbles. So we turn off the flame, and we will let it cool on the stove top, and then when it's cooled, you can put it into the Tupperware container and put it into the fridge. You don't have to make it on the Thanksgiving day. You can make it 2 or 3 days ahead, and it will sit perfectly in your fridge and it will taste amazing. And now you see the mixture is kind of liquidy, but when it cools down, it will get thicker, like a sauce type thing. So yeah, and you can enjoy it with your turkey on the Thanksgiving day.